Welcome to this unboxing video. It's the first one that I've ever done. Today we are going to open the J70 from Model Rail and Rapido. The box itself that it comes in is about 2 house bricks long. I expected it to be a bit more square, but we'll open up the box and see what's inside. So inside, got a leaflet from Kernel Model Rail Centre, very nice. A Spring Model Railway Show, very nice. Some bubble wrap and newspaper, but obviously this is what we're looking for. There's also a receipt. And some sort of listing catalogue from Kernel. Nothing else in the box, just some old Model Railway magazines. Lovely. So the box itself is about the size of a normal house brick. So this is the J70 loco with skirts, LNER post-war 8223, Model Rail number 207. Which is quite nice because I forgot which one I actually ordered. It comes in a clear pack, so we'll open that out. So outside of the plastic packaging then, the Model Rail box, it's quite nice, got some information on it, a few more pictures, and obviously what is actually inside. Once you open up the box, you have quite a nice little booklet here which tells you everything that you need to know about the locomotive, about the actual prototypical versions that have been around, various running in methods. It doesn't actually give you any time on how long you should run in your locomotive for. Unusual perhaps, but maybe not for some. It tells you how to put in blanking plates and chips and all sorts of things, as well as detailing parts. Obviously you can see this lot online, there are various pictures already. Very nice. Comes with an exploded diagram, which I'm probably not really ever going to look at, because hopefully, being made by Rapido, this should be quite a good little loco. So in the sponge then, here we go. Comes in a nice little plastic packaging. We'll put the loco to the side for now. Inside there's a small plastic bag with some brass parts, very small. Probably not really going to be able to see these at all, but it's got some number 5s there and a variety of numbers and things written down. My hands are not that good to fit them, so very good. Nothing else in the box as far as I can see, so I'll put that to the side. Let's have a look. So the usual sleeve, a little bag here of parts, a variety of things to add on, some new doors. These doors are tiny. I didn't really realise how small this locomotive was actually going to be, but what do you know. Oh, so it's actually, that's quite nice. We'll take that off, put that to the side. So the locomotive, quite nice that it's wrapped in some kind of plastic protective sheeting, and then as we take it out, we can see the locomotive itself. It is quite heavy considering it's quite small. Ooh, it's quite nice. These little chains move around. Turn it upside down. You can see they move around, which is quite nice. So the door is open on one side and on the other. It's got some couplings as you'd expect, sprung buffers. So I guess this is it. Oh, I see. So the side section moves around just a very little bit on one side, not so much on the other on this version, but not to worry. It's a very nice locomotive. Here it is. So here it is against the 08. For those people who don't have a Class 8, but they do have a Bachmann Toby, here it is. Very similar in size, but you can probably see if I turn them around, it's a lot thinner, a very lot thinner. Quite short as well, and you can see clearly how the Bachmann Toby is just a toy compared to the J70. So we'll get it on some track and see how it performs. So here we are then with the inaugural run of the J70. I run DCC, but I'm going to test it just quickly on DC, just to see how well it performs with slow moving, and just to kind of give it a bit of a run in a little bit. So we'll crank up some power, see what happens. The answer is absolutely not. So I am a DCC user of Model Railways. Here we are then. Here is the J70 just on a short piece of test track. I am a DCC user, so I've knocked up this quick bit of DC testing equipment just to see how good the slow running is straight out of the box. So we'll crank up the power and see how we get on. What a load of crap. So here we are with the J70. As I run DCC, then I have a Zimo MX622N decoder, which is just here, ready to go. It's worth noting though that you do have to take quite a lot off, I've found, to actually get the chassis out. It does say in the manual that it comes out fairly easily. I didn't find that myself, but I'm probably doing it wrong, to be honest. So this is what the J70 looks like when it's a bit naked. You can see there obviously there's a connection for the DCC socket and a variety of other things that I'm not really too sure what they do. So we'll fit the chip and see how they run. It is worth noting that my Zimo chip has got quite a lot of wire left hanging out from the socket to the chip. It seems Rapido didn't put the socket just a little bit higher so that you can have a flat chip, and it's clearly not going to go any further in. I don't know if this is upside down or not, because the chip doesn't really tell me, but I'll stick it on the track and see what happens. So here we are then on this little bit of layout. I've not yet fitted the doors or anything. I just want to see how the locomotive runs. So I have a Gauge Master Prodigy Advance Squared or 2 as my controller, and so we'll give it a go. So on speed step 1, you can see the loco is very slowly creeping along, which isn't too bad. I've just left the default settings on the chip itself, so I don't know whether it's 28 speed or what, or I don't know what's going on, but Pretty good anyway. We'll crank this up to about 10 maybe. So on this one, there does appear to be a definite clicking as the wheels are turning round. There is something else that I've noticed as well, the loose side plate is almost obsessed with coming off, which is a shame because obviously I could remove it and have it removed if I wanted, but I don't want to glue it in place, but I need to make sure it's not going to come off. It's probably going to be something there. I can't particularly see anything on the wheels themselves that could be causing the clicking, but we'll persevere and give it a good run in. On the rolling road and see what happens. So here we are on the rolling road. We'll just stick it up to speed number 10. Not so bad. You can see there is a slight movement, but that might settle down, I suppose. It's probably the closest that I've ever had to put my rolling road rollers. So far so good though. We'll leave it going for up to about an hour. And see what happens.